Welcome back inside the gym at Leominster High School. We are joining you on stream number 2 tonight. Fitchburg and Leominster Boys Basketball in the offing in a matter of moments. We first have the presentation to the New England Basketball Hall of Fame inductees for North Central Massachusetts. All of that is forthcoming here inside the gym. First, wanted to get this stream up and running. Promised Leominster and Fitchburg boys are in the offing. Game number 2 coming up. We welcome those of you who are joining us on our stream number 2 here tonight. We'll join you here in a matter of moments. That action to come. But first, it's the New England Basketball Hall of Fame action ahead. Stand by. Boys, Fitchburg and Leominster on deck.
Gym at Leominster High School. Where tonight between games, you will be treated to a piece of history. On behalf of the North Central Massachusetts region, we tonight welcome Dan Doyle at the New England Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm Todd Robbins of RFM, the voice of high school athletics for over 2 decades, and it is my honor to host this momentous occasion for the honorees who will be inducted into the New England Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2023 from North Central Massachusetts. We will begin with our contributors tonight, beginning with Tom Maloney. Tom Maloney was an outstanding athlete and is a major contributor to the success of New England Basketball Hall of Fame, principally due to his admirable interest in the betterment of young people through basketball. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Tom Maloney. Our next inductee in the class of 2023, Mr. Al Remington. Mr. Remington was responsible for bringing some of the best players in Central Massachusetts together to play for the New England Travelers of the Eastern Massachusetts League in the 1960s and 1970s. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame tonight welcomes Mr. Al Remington. Time now to recognize outstanding coaches in this class of 2023. Beginning with Kate Delakian. An outstanding girls coach at Bromfield High School and St. Bernard's High School from 2008 to 2020. She's had numerous appearances at the MIAA districts from 2010 to 2020. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Kate Delakian. Our next outstanding coach, Beth McNamara. McNamara's coaching career spans 25 plus years as a head coach at Oakmont, Fitchburg, and Neshoba High Schools. She has appeared in 3 district finals and a state final. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Beth McNamara. Our next inductee, Ted Demko. Former head coach at Leominster High School, he made district appearances in the 1960s and 1970s, as well as a mentor to many young men in the city of Leominster. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame posthumously welcomes Ted Damko. Receiving the posthumous award for Coach Damko is Coach Ron Mazzafero, former Leominster High School basketball head coach of 26 years and a legend in his own right. Our next outstanding coach, John Cornio. For 32 years. He is a Fitchburg High School Hall of Famer and has started his 51st year of coaching as Casey Brush's assistant here at Leominster High School. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Sean Cornio. Our final outstanding coach for this class of 2023 is Mark Deadbelt. A 2003 graduate and senior captain of Leominster Boys Basketball program, Mark began his coaching career as a student assistant at the University of Connecticut, and upon graduating, became an assistant coach at the College of the Holy Cross in Worcester, and then the University of Florida. In 2004, Mark took over as camp director right here at Leominster High School for the annual Memorial Mark Osowski Basketball Camp, a camp he was once a camper at, learning to grow and love the game of basketball. Rising to head coach of the Oklahoma City Blues of the NBA G League in the professional ranks, followed by assistant coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder of the NBA. In 2020, Deadbelt achieved his dream when he was named the fourth head coach in franchise history of the Oklahoma City Thunder, a dream that continues in his third season today. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Coach Mark Deadbelt. The Thunder find themselves on the road at the Chicago Bulls tonight, accepting on behalf of their son. Please welcome Sandy and Rick Deadbelt. Our next inductee, Dick Lamoff. Mr. Lamoff was an exceptional athlete whose exploits include induction into the Worcester State Athletic Hall of Fame. Dick Lamoff was also an exceptional basketball coach at St. Bernard's High School. Accepted on behalf of Dick is his good friend, Tom Maloney. And now for the players in the class of 2023 in the New England Basketball Hall of Fame. Hopefully in from the parking lot, Zach McCall. Zach is a Fitchburg High School Hall of Famer. He is still ranked as one of the top 5 scorers in Fitchburg history and scored 43 points in 1991 state finals against South Boston. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Seth McCall. Our next inductee, Marty Karen. Marty was one of the finest players to ever come out of North County, and he continued to play fantastic at Villanova University. One of the most exciting players this region has ever seen, silky smooth Dick Armstrong frequently brought the fans right out of their seats with his splendid play. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Marty Karen. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes their next inductee, Dick Armstrong. Armstrong frequently brought fans out of their seats with his splendid play. The New England Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Dick Armstrong. Our next inductee, John Ulecki. While John is best known as a great football player here at Leominster High School, he was also one of the finest rebounders in Northwestern County history. The chairman of awards for sure here at Leominster. The Midland Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes John Ulecki. Our next inductee, Kathleen Johnson-Sardo. Kathleen Johnson followed a brilliant high school career at St. Peter Marian of Worcester with an equally brilliant career at Columbia University, where she was captain of the women's basketball team. The Midland Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Kathleen Johnson-Sardo. Now in the category of legends, Coach Doug Crutchfield. Among the top winningest coaches in Massachusetts high school basketball, a member of the Fitchburg High School Hall of Fame and many other halls of fame, he is now elected as a legendary coach to the New England Hall of Fame. The legend, Fitchburg's Doug Crutchfield. Accepting the award for his dad, Leominster's head coach, Casey Crutchfield. Our next legend, Joe Spagnola. A prolific scorer for Fitchburg High in the early 1960s, Spagnola is still ranked as one of the all-time leading scorers at Fitchburg High. The Midland High School Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes the legend, Joe Spagnola. Accepting for Mr. Spagnola is his daughter, Mrs. Lynn Howell. Our next inductee, Bob Johnson. There is no finer offensive player in North County history than the great Bob Johnson, who lit it up every night that he played. The Midland Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Bob Johnson. Our next inductee, Mike McEvoy. A brilliant all-around athlete at St. John's High and then at UMass, Mike McEvoy is now an outstanding attorney and a most admirable contributor to the well-being of North County. The Leominster Basketball Hall of Fame welcomes Mike McEvoy. And now the Midland Basketball Hall of Fame would like to welcome two outstanding citizens and acknowledge them with the following awards. Leominster Athletic Director Dave Palazzi. A Leominster High School athletic legend in his own right, educator, coach, and now serving as athletic director. The Midland Basketball Hall of Fame recognizes A.B. Palazzi for his outstanding contribution to Leominster High School athletics, basketball, and the community of Leominster. And the final Outstanding Citizen Award presented by the Midland Basketball Hall of Fame is Leominster Mayor Dean Mazzarella. Mayor Mazzarella is the longest serving mayor in the history of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and has always been a friend to basketball and the community. The Midland Basketball Hall of Fame recognizes Mayor Dean Mazzarella. Ladies and gentlemen, one more hand for the class of 2023 in the New England Basketball Hall of Fame. Fans, get your seats. Coming up next, it's Fitchburg and Leominster Boys Basketball after this warm-up break.
And we are live on RFM. That's YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Great to have you along with us tonight in what is, well, I'm not going to lie, a busy and chaotic night here at our courtside broadcast position. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Great to have you along with us here tonight. And Billy, what we just saw, 17 contributors, coaches, and athletes and legends from North Worcester County. That's the key part to remember of all of what we just heard. Those in this class, in the class of 2023, spans 3 classes, of course, because of COVID. But all of those athletes, basketball-related athletes right here from North Worcester County.
The athletes, coaches, contributors, just a lot of history in this North Central area when it comes to basketball and sports in general. And I can't be any happier to have been part of this tonight. It's part of this entire program, the doubleheader with this Hall of Fame induction sandwiched in between the boys and girls varsity games. I feel like it's an honor for RFM to have been able to carry the ceremony tonight, and I couldn't be happier. I just wish I knew some of these folks a little more intimately. I didn't grow up in the area, but just a lot of history here, and it's an honor to be able to talk about and honor those inductees tonight.
It's a great opportunity to be a part of this one, and we were pleased to be able to bring it to you here on RFM tonight. Teams are going to warm up out there on the floor. We're going to get reset here. You'll continue to see what's going on out on the floor. You stick and stay with us. This is high school basketball right here on RFM. We welcome you back inside the gym at Leominster High School as you hear the student sections letting both teams hear it. Warm-up has begun for Game 2 of this rivalry doubleheader as Leominster will play host to Fitchburg back inside the gym at Leominster High School tonight. On the boys' side of things, Leominster comes in with a 5-3 overall record. Started the year off strong, took a couple of losses, stubbed their toe around the new year on the road at Shepherd Hill and at Neshoba. That's a 9-0 Shepherd Hill team at this current date. But picked up a win, got back to their winning ways this past Tuesday, January the 10th on the road at Wachusett, a 45-36 win for Leominster. Meanwhile, Fitchburg comes in with a 2-3 overall record. Their most recent game this past Tuesday, a loss at home against Algonquin, 81-79 at the buzzer. That's the key to that story. And then there's a couple of this double overtime loss in there. Bill Thomas joining me, Kate Robbins heading back to RFM HQ, and we welcome you to our courtside broadcast position. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas. Great to have you along with us. Excitement ahead. Boys action to come. Fitchburg and Leominster here inside the gym tonight. Should be an exciting matchup. And Bill Thomas, this is the game that we wait for every year, and the best part is it's the first of 2 times a year we get to enjoy this matchup.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Todd. I just got put in charge of the varsity boys MVP trophies.
And the voting. Vote early, vote often.
Now we only got 2 votes there, but I'm sure that, hopefully it'll be a hard choice because I'm expecting a great game tonight. Leominster, I think, the most recent loss, I believe it was an overtime loss at Neshoba. We were following that game that night, but nice of them to come back with a win against Wachusett. We know how tough they can be, a very low-scoring game. I'm sure it was an intense game, a lot of defense. But tonight, I'm expecting a track meet. Based on what I've seen on the scores, even in the losses that Fitchburg has, a lot of up and down. As we alluded to earlier, they go 8-10 deep. And when you're going that deep, you're probably leaving a lot of energy out there because you're giving it all. You're only going to be on the court so much. You're going to get subbed out. No sense saving anything for later in the game.
And, speed is the name of the game for this Red Raider team. They want to go up and down the floor. And you know what Coach James McCall said to me? We want to play fast. That's what he wants to do. And of course, Leominster has no problem finding the accelerator as well, Bill Thomas. So I think you're absolutely right. The track meet is in the offing here inside the gym tonight. The question becomes, can both teams play within themselves? And of course, in the early going, what we know historically about the matchup between these 2 teams is emotion and trying to do too much too quickly can sometimes be more of an impediment than it can be a benefit.
Right, sometimes emotions can get in the way. And with the crowd tonight on both, it's not a one-sided crowd. It's going to be a 50-50 crowd. It's going to be rocking and rolling. And, it's really going to be about momentum tonight. And I think a lot of momentum might come out of the crowd. We'll have to see which team handles the crowd better. The crowd's going to be in on every play, whether you can't do that or that don't count. Or, they're always going to be into something. They got their mascots here. Both teams got the devil and the warrior or whatever, the Roman warriors over there on that side, whoever he is. But I mean, this is just the atmosphere that's out of control, and I couldn't be happier that we're part of it tonight.
Out of control in the world's best way, Bill Thomas is referring to here. Warm-up period going on. We'll get close to that 6 o'clock posted tip-off, Bill Thomas.
3 officials here tonight for this game too, Todd. I got to toss that in there.
And that is worth noting as well.
Only time we've seen 3 officials. The only time you get that is playoff basketball.
And twice a year when these 2 teams meet each other, whether it's here or on the road. And these 2 teams, by the way, will meet again about 1 month from now. This doubleheader will renew at the Doug Bridgefield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg on Friday, February 10th. We'll have both of those games as live streams for you here on RFM with maybe about 10 less other responsibilities to go with that as well here at our courtside broadcast position. Bill Thomas has already been named the MVP. That is what the MVPs will be awarded, one for each team, so an athlete on either side. We know in game number 1 it was Juliana Pompey and it was Gianna Calderon for Fitchburg. So those were the 2 MVPs.
And don't worry, my name will never appear in this trophy. But 2 deserving players will walk home with these trophies tonight.
Indeed they will. And let's talk a little bit about this Leominster team, Billy, who, at times this season have looked lights out, like they have complete control of whatever game they end up playing in. And then there are times where maybe they either get a little sloppy or they disappear a little bit. They fade back into the weeds, they lay back a little bit in the early going in the basketball game, and then once the other team gets on a roll, they try to play their way back in. But of course, if you let the team out in front of you too far, you're playing catch-up all night long.
Yeah, and tonight's not a night to lay back. I mean, once again, we talked about the energy, that we're already feeling the energy building up here pregame. But yeah, Leominster's been hot and cold. They've had streaks, they've had times when they've had trouble scoring too. But that's typical of any high school basketball team. We've seen 30-point quarters and we've seen 8-point quarters. I'm expecting a lot of at least 20-point quarters. If this game is not over the 60 mark on both sides, I'm going to be really surprised.
And offense certainly is something that both teams are capable of. Leominster's highest point total of this year was 59 points in a win on the road at Lincoln Sudbury as part of that Framingham tournament. That was their biggest output numerically. Fitchburg's biggest output numerically came in that loss to Algonquin just the other night. 79 points in a losing effort at home against Algonquin. And of course, that's inside that Doug Grutchfield Fieldhouse where you've got essentially the floating baskets. You got the bigger room. It's a little bit harder to shoot. You certainly got the advantage if you're Fitchburg, but they had to go to the mat. 79 seemed like a good number to win. Algonquin comes just over the top with 81. So teams certainly capable of producing offense. But again, Coach McCall wants to talk about playing fast on both ends of the floor, both ends of the ball. Meanwhile, Coach Grutchfield would say the thing he wants to talk about at his team is defense first. It's going to be a defense-first mentality, and they're going to use defense to create offense.
And I wouldn't be at all surprised to see both teams come out pressing right away, start using up some of that energy. You know, they're going to go to the bench. Might as well use that energy on both ends of the court, offensively and defensively.
Great to have you along with us, whether you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook Live, or Twitch. Get the link out. It is the second link, the second game link that is available now on your favorite smart-enabled device where you can find this action live. Or if you're joining us in delay with our partners at Leominster TV, good evening once again to you as well. Bradley Bedard high above the gym tonight to bring you the pictures in delay on Leominster TV. It's great to have you with us. A capacity crowd on hand. They will stripe the baselines with the overflow crowd. It is going to be massive, massive, massive energy. And remember, Bill Thomas, the game last year between these two teams on a night just like this in January, that literally almost brought the roof down on this building as we pressed in toward overtime.
Yeah, we know what these two schools bring when they get together for any athletic event, but when you put them inside like this, you know, football's football, you're in an outdoor stadium, yeah, you kind of feel the crowd a little bit. You can't get away from it in this environment, and I just love it.
Indeed. Just about 2.5 minutes left before opening introductions and the national anthem. We will have Hannah Hartman singing the national anthem once again. Did a beautiful job
if you missed her
before game number one.
Girls game, I mean, she knocked it out of the park in her own right.
Indeed she did. So that excitement to come as well. We're looking forward to all of this on what has been a great night celebrating North Worcester County basketball, and it will be capped on the back end of this doubleheader. Officials head toward both tables, and it's an opportunity for me to remind you before the opening introductions of the national anthem. It's action right here on RFM, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Follow us on your smart-enabled device. Like, follow, subscribe. When we go live with content, the action comes to your favorite smart-enabled device. It's Leominster and Fitchburg. Game 2 of a doubleheader. The boys take center stage before a capacity crowd here inside the gym at Leominster High School tonight. All of that action coming up in a matter of moments. You're watching high school basketball right here on RFM.
for tonight's varsity basketball matchup, featuring the Fitchburg High School Red Raiders and your Leominster Boys. Tonight's contest is sanctioned by the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association, the Midland Wachusett League, and the competing institutions. Fans, join us as we back the National Federation of State High School Associations initiative to bench bad behavior by positively supporting the hard work of student athletes, coaches, and contest officials. Be loud, be proud, be positive. Thank you. And fans, it's now time to meet tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Red Raiders of Fitchburg. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Leominster Boys. At guard, a junior, number 4, Todd Robbins. At guard, a sophomore, number 10, Shaq. Assisted by Justin Dada and John Cordio. Fans, we ask now that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America and those defending our freedom with the singing of our national anthem tonight by Hannah Hartman.
Whose
And with that, we're ready for basketball once again here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Todd Robbins and Bill Thomas on location tonight here inside the gym. Bill Thomas, I've done a lot of opening introductions here inside the gym, and I feel like this might have been the loudest night we've ever seen.
I couldn't agree more, Todd. The gym is loaded. The fans are fired up. Both student bodies are already in competition to see who can be the loudest, and we still got a game to play.
We are ready for action. Kate Robbins has taken her position back at RFM HQ. Kate, we're getting ready for tip-off. Your last thoughts on Fitchburg and Leominster on the boys' side before tip-off. Kate Robbins standing by back at RFM HQ. Kate, your last thoughts before tip-off. Bill Thomas, those are called technical difficulties.
Kate, where are you? I know what she's going to say. We're expecting a great ball game. Let the energy begin.
And away we go. Tip-off won and controlled by the red and gray. Red Raiders will go right to left here in the first half. They are wearing the brick red tops and bottoms with white and black trim. And a quick steal by Leominster, and away we go. Leominster goes left to right here in the first half. White tops, white bottoms, trimmed in royal blue and black. The royal blue numerals front and back framed in by the Blue Devils. And it's a quick steal to the floor here by Jeffries. And it is a traveling violation framed in by those two out of the three officials on the floor, although I'm fairly confident 3 for 3 had the travel.
Yeah, just nowhere to go with the ball, rolled around looking for somebody, but great anticipation, had the steal, just couldn't find anything to do with it. We already got crowd control going on. 30 seconds into the game.
Well, the officials are certainly concerned about the folks standing on the baseline, and now here comes the crew chief over in this general direction.
I think he wants them to get them out and not be directly under the basket, Todd, is what we're talking about. Get a quick peek here, see if we can, just kind of open up that right there under the baseline. Get them out on the sides. Good job.
This gym was built in the 1960s. A couple of coats of paint, few changes otherwise, but it is packed for basketball tonight as Hawes goes to the hole and he's not able to finish the lay-in.
Ball hung up there like there was zero gravity.
My goodness. This Red Raider student section that is here tonight is absolutely unreal when it comes to loud. I've never heard it this loud inside the gym. The driving kick, it's Jeffries with a little push shot and the lay-in will go.
Tell you, that was a no-look pass right there, Todd, but he knew that he had a cutter in the lane.
And that's Jeffries with the lay-in. Coach McCall says he's a good all-around player, and the response and the made basket for Leominster.
And the crowds are competing on the noise level right now on top of it.
Indeed they are. Down the floor, here comes Cutca-Reyes, and the lay-in will go. 6:35 and counting to play here in the first quarter. It's 4-2 Fitchburg. The response, count that basket, and Justin Dada with the finish at the rim, and a foul.
And we got 8 points already, less than a minute and a half. Clock's still running, I'm not sure why. Come on, Mike, shut the clock off. There we go.
6:16 to play here in the first quarter. It is a 4-all basketball game. Dada is at the line with 1 to shoot, and he will complete the three-point play.
Nothing but net right there for Justin. Ice water in his veins. He's had some trouble at the line, but he's come around.
Cutca-Reyes brings the ball up floor. Will dish to Rodriguez. Down the lane, strip. Jeffries rises up and lays it in.
Nice look right there. Jeffries roaming that baseline, taking that third pass. Blue Devils fast up the court.
And a drive down the floor met with a foul was McCormick. And it is a foul on the floor. Leominster will keep the basketball. Just 2 minutes gone by here in the first. It is 6-5. Fitchburg on top of Leominster.
See how they build the foul to number 11. Rodriguez picked that one up.
His first. It is team second. This is Justin Dada. Spin down the lane, and the lane is good.
Smooth right there. Not afraid to use that left side of the lane, left hand.
Encarnacion tries to force Rodriguez's shot off the line, and he successfully did it. Shot missed. Rebound. Dada down floor. Finds Encarnacion, and the lane is good.
He gets paid off on the other end. That's what a good teammate does.
You make
Hustle pays.
Good defensive play. You get the finish at the rim on the other side. Victor Cutka-Reyes, Bill Thomas, we have watched him since freshman year as Dada takes that one out of the hands of Jeffries. Possession continues for Fitchburg. It's Ayala. And Cutka-Reyes, remember, came into a basketball game in his freshman year, started bombing threes away in this Fitchburg-Leominster series. As Encarnacion skids across the floor, he'll get away with an apparent travel.
He got away with one.
Jack Dada highlights it up floor, finds McCormick, denied, and out of bounds. The ball will stay with Leominster.
Interior defense right there. He goes 21 with the big block, Todd. Trying to get some subs in.
You got to be able to hear the horn.
Can't hear the horn, can't hear the whistles.
Anybody who's ever been here inside the gym knows just how loud the horn is. Put that into context.
You know, we've done a lot of these games, Todd. I tell you, I don't know if I've ever, I can't barely hear you through my headphones.
As this one gets denied out of play, Fitchburg wanted the basketball in transition. They're not going to get it. Leominster will keep the basketball.
Official looking for some help here.
Substitution? No, there was no substitution. Official thought he heard a horn. The action continues.
Might have heard something. No noisemakers in the crowd, so thank God.
Haas with the inbound for Jack Dada. Two Dadas on the floor. Jack Dada, the sophomore, running the point here for Leominster. Justin Dada playing that three spot, the off-guard spot, and really on the low post. He just signals McCormick, it's a cut. I'll come take it up at the top of the key. And Dada says, well, you're going to leave me this wide open. I'll take the look. And he missed. Tap is loose to Jeffries.
Long rebound, but nobody out there. Leominster falling back on defense.
And Jeffries will give it to Ayala. The senior will settle the floor at the 4:20 mark of the first quarter, and it is a 9-6 Leominster lead. Crossover, stripped, and Haas dribbles it away. He will hand it for Justin Dada. Dada drives, left block spin, Encarnacion foul line. Kick Jack Dada. The bounce, fine. McCormick, three in the right corner. Hard in and out. That place was ready to explode down there in that Leominster student section.
Right in front of them. Student section sitting opposite each other on the same end of the court.
Best thing that could happen to the broadcast position, that's for certain. As Cutka-Reyes spins, foul line. Dada all over him. Reyes got the shot to the rim and missed. Rebound, baseline controlled by Fitchburg. Sent back out. Shot will not go, but a third opportunity on the possession. It's Ayala. Jump stop, lay-in is good.
Yeah, not going to miss on that third one. Offensive rebound paying off right there for the Red Raiders. Full court pressure now. They've only been showing token. Backing off, just bothering the inbounds.
3:15 and counting to play here in the first quarter. A 9-8 Leominster lead is thin. Jack Dada for McCormick. Take to the rim. Taken away from behind. And the ball will roll out of play.
21 again, Todd. Who is that?
Unfortunately, Bill
He doesn't
Thomas.
have one. He's got two big blocks.
He has two massive blocks, and unfortunately,
We can't give him credit.
he does not have a jersey number that is listed here in what was provided by Fitchburg High School Athletics. Here's the drive to the lane, stripped out of bounds, and Leominster with the last touch. Donna had the touch going into the baseline. It's Fitchburg basketball. Omar Rodriguez with a great defensive coverage.
Intensity on both ends of the court.
Indeed there is. Up
Whoa,
floor,
what a
Cutka finds the cutter. It's Casanova with the lay-in good. Fitchburg's back on top at 10-9.
That's what a point guard does. Dribbles with his head up, gets it right off the dribble, hits that cutter.
And this is Mike Halstead into the basketball game at the last whistle. He'll drop it off for Jack Dada with a little low rolling pass on the entry. Great use of the floor, Bill Thomas. And the foul for the reach over coming on the top of Rodriguez.
And you know, there's nothing prettier than a clean bounce pass. Defender trying to reach around him, nothing there.
So great to have you along with us here on RFM Live tonight on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. And with our partners in delay at Leominster TV, Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas here for RFM tonight. Kate Robbins is back at HQ as the shot goes up and will not fall for Encarnacion, but there's no foul on the rebounding action. Transition goes the other way, and the lay-in is good.
Yeah, Blue Devils caught standing around right there. Got to get back.
There's that 21 again with the lay-in. 2 blocks and a lay-in. And Bill Thomas, hey, this is, participation here on social media. If you're out there and you know who number 21 is, send a message. YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch. We'll get the message. We'll get that number in as well. Had great luck over the years with our great audience following along. Encarnacion's 3. Front rim, no. Rebound comes down for Rosemont. Back up floor, here comes Kutka Reyes with a left-hand dribble. Kick, corner, head fake, and that's a walk. Ball goes the other way.
We won't give him credit that time. Probably happy we don't know his name.
Kate Robbins is standing by back at RFM HQ. Kate, what have you thought about what you've seen thus far? We'll work on our connection with Kate Robbins sometime coming up. Back down floor. Here comes Dada. Dada gets tied up. Second defender in there. They say it's a held ball on the tie-up. It will go back the other way.
Best thing maybe for Dada right there. I thought he was going to get billed for an offensive foul.
12-9, Fitchburg on top of Leominster. 1:42 mark of the first quarter. Haas looks to go up top. Ball picked out of the air by Kutka. Drops it off. Shot will not fall for Jeffries. And here we go in transition the other way. Dada to the hole. He is fouled hard. And Dada will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, they were going to get any easy fouls tonight. And we got to find out who 21 is because he's all over the place, Todd. I think he got billed for his second foul right there. Staying on the court, though.
The concept of half-court offense, Bill Thomas.
What?
Look at that. That's gone.
It's almost like they're playing on the same end and shooting at the same basket. They're getting up and down so quick.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. First one will fall for Dada. And Leominster brings themselves within 2 at the 1:32 mark of the first quarter. Dada's shot goes 2 of 2. Dada on his way to Worcester State University. He made the commitment to be a Lancer in the last week, and since the last time we were all together here on the broadcast.
Congratulations to him. They're getting a heck of a player.
Get to play in a great facility that rocks with Mascac basketball. The inbound, Ayala sets up a down floor move for Casanova. Back for Kutka. 83 seconds left here in the first quarter. Kutka the drive, left block stop. Dada stops the movement, comes over the top, does Kutka, got front rim, loose ball, rebound, run out of there by Rosemont. Possession continues with a fresh 35. Fake look baseline. Here's the take, Ayala, spin, got underneath Dylan Carr, and the lay-in is good.
What a move right there, but nice save over on the baseline.
Final minute of the first quarter here on RFM. Jack Dada, give it to McCormick, back to Jack Dada. Breaks, swing, McCormick, set the triple threat, couldn't get the shot off, but there was a hold inside. Javon Rosemont not happy, but he had a bear hug on the shooting arm of McCormick.
Yeah, McCormick trying to work his way between 2 Red Raiders. Almost got tripped up, but I think he got grabbed and held up. Thankfully for him, didn't hit the floor. Side out. Fouls piling up on the Red Raiders side. 5 already. Whoa, some action on the inbound.
Indeed, no whistles, however. But Dada bodying up on Casanova.
Wow.
Inside, there was the reach for Rosemont. No call on Hawes. 25 to shoot. About 10 seconds between that and the game clock, which reads 32. Here's Carr. Inside. It's Dada. Rises up. Shots off the mark.
Red Raiders defending out beyond the three-point arc, not letting Blue Devils have any good looks at the basket.
Shot clock off the rest of the way here in the first quarter. Final 15 seconds of the first. There is a whistle. And this foul will go against Leominster there first.
It's like Jack picked that one up, I think. Number 10, is that Jack?
It is. Updating the graphic here. Fitchburg, 5 fouls to Leominster's 1. The inbound. Final 13 seconds here of the first quarter.
Shot clock off.
Coach McCall calls out a play. 5 seconds left here. Kutka takes in the middle of the trees. Can't get the lay-in to go. Carr's got the rebound, and Leominster lets the clock expire. But after one quarter here inside the gym at Leominster High School tonight, it's Fitchburg 14 and Leominster 11. What a first quarter of action. It was everything it was promised to be.
Everything I expected. A little more out of control than I thought it might be, but I tell you, that first quarter energy between the crowd and what the players brought to the court, you couldn't ask for anything more for a high school basketball game. Cheerleaders out here now between quarters. We get them a little time. But, I mean, just the atmosphere is unbelievable here tonight. You know, we've experienced lots of these, but this is going to be one of the top three.
Trying to get Kate Robbins from RFM HQ back on the line so we can get first quarter complete stats from her. Kate is now connected. Kate, can you hear us?
I certainly can.
All right. Hey, we're in business now.
You enjoying the game, Kate?
Oh, yes, I was watching. I just couldn't hear you.
All right, Kate, first quarter stats before we begin quarter number 2.
All right, let's take a look first at the Red Raiders side of the ball. Obviously, they have the 3-point lead. Right now, they're out rebounding Leominster to 3. So rebounds right now for Fitchburg. They've been doing a phenomenal job. They have scoring contributions from Rivera, who actually number 21, player to be named later, with 2 points. Ayala with 4. Kutka with 2, Casanova with 2, and Jeffries with 4. Leominster on the other side of the ball. Justin Dada has a team-high 7 points. He's 3 of 3 from the line. And right now, Leominster finds itself in a 3-point hole after one quarter.
All right, Kate, thank you so much. Keep an eye out on social media. Maybe we'll get an answer on who that is wearing 21 tonight for Fitchburg. Second quarter action begins here inside the gym. Fitchburg continues from right to left. They are half court left, and the first 12 seconds here, they're content to play catch with their 14-11 lead. The baseline step around there, and it's an offensive foul whistled against Ayala. And Bill Thomas, it's a good call. It will be the 6th foul called against the Red Raiders in the first half.
Yeah.
And it's that grab and hook
It's
to try to displace the defender.
Try to get around him, exactly. Not a lot of room to work on the baseline, try to create a little extra. 6 fouls for Fitchburg. Leominster will be shooting the rest of this first half.
Dada, baseline spin, kiss and good. Leominster back within 1. 80 seconds into this second quarter. Swing for Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes for Casanova. Casanova takes the open 3, rimmed out, Encarnacion not challenged for the rebound. Back down floor, Encarnacion sets the screen. The right-hand dribble, this is Jack Dada, sends it to Terrence McCormick. McCormick finds Justin Dada, down the lane, finger roll, and he's whistled for an offensive foul!
Yeah, not quite quick enough to that second step. Red Raider jumped into the lane, took the contact.
Omar Rodriguez planted the feet and went straight up and took the steamroll from Dada. 6:56 to play in the second quarter, 14-13. Fitchburg holds on to the single-point lead. And Leominster comes with full court man. Pressure crosses half court.
Good ball handling skills right there.
This is Rodriguez. Looks in the middle of the paint for Jeffries. Tries to find the cutter along the baseline. It's Ayala. Basket good and 1.
Yeah, it looked like Jack Dada lost his footing there on that defense and gave up that baseline.
It's the 3rd foul whistled against Leominster in the first half. It raises the Red Raider lead to 16-13, 6:42 to play here in the second quarter.
McCormick built with that. That's his first.
Little problem with the ball for Ayala. Now he'll settle, and he will finish the 3-point play. Substitutions into the game.
I don't think he called backboard, but we'll give it to him.
They count all the same. The lead is 4 at 17-13, 6:42 to play in the first half. This capacity crowd hangs on every shot, every connection of the basketball, every hold. And Dada right now pleading his case that he's being held by Jeffries as that one is swatted away, but out of play, and it will remain Blue Devil basketball with 22 to shoot. We'll say, Bill Thomas, the defense right now, handsy, to say the least, on both sidelines.
Officials kind of liberal, too, and letting them play.
Got all the feels of a big-time, old-fashioned Big East basketball barn burner here as Carr finds Dada, and he gives him a little credit for the assist as Dada finishes the lay-in.
Yeah, finds him with a pretty bounce pass, working that baseline.
Ayala, as the ball matriculates up floor, missed the shot, rebound, the cleanup for Jeffries.
You're going to miss it long.
Red Raider response, keeps their lead at 4. Dada down floor, on the fly. That one got 2/3 down and spit back out. Jeffries in transition, finds the trail, 3 away, buries the basketball.
Number 21, play to be named later.
Having a great night tonight, if only his name was provided. I got to imagine his name's on here. He's wearing a different jersey number, but
I'm guessing too.
That's the breaks of our broadcast position.
Keep calling him 21.
It isn't because we don't want to name him.
I guarantee we'll have a name after halftime.
I'm sure we will. Dada to the left elbow. Jumper won't go. Follow on tapped, out of play. It stays Leominster basketball. Coach McCall standing in front of that capacity Red Raider student section, letting the officials know he didn't agree.
And you know what we're not seeing tonight, Todd? I don't know if maybe one timeout in this first half. Coach is just letting them play.
I believe by our tally, Bill Thomas, nobody has taken a timeout. As Dada inbound keeps it high, and the lay-in is good. 22-17, Leominster closes the gap. Kutka, no look, find Ayala, wide open left wing. Carr has to foul. That's the only choice he had. It was that or give up the easy bucket.
Yeah, defense way late to get to the baseline. Red Raiders taking advantage of it. That Ayala at the line.
Indeed it is.
Carr picks up his first.
Ayala's been at the line a couple times tonight. Got himself another. More basketball action comes your way next week. It's more boys action coming up on Tuesday, January the 17th. Leominster's brand new rival, Westford Academy. The Ghosts here inside the gym at Leominster High School. 7 o'clock the tip-off, 6:45 the pregame, and the action's right here on these same RFM platforms, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch.
Like Dylan Carr lost that rebound off his body.
And the Red Raiders get another opportunity on the possession. Indeed they do. 23-17 there.
Oh, incoming.
That one, yep, still got all the hairs there, but boy, that felt close. Great play up here, by the way, in about the 7th row. 5:07 to play in the second quarter. Did anybody see where I went, by the way? I went under.
You went down.
I'm going out of the way.
Oh, a little bit of everything tonight.
5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 3 away. That one goes for Rodriguez. (26-17). This Red Raider team is going fast, and right now it feels too fast for the Blue Devils as they have not been able to finish at the rim. Justin Dada with the basketball and at the half circle. He's looking for a screen. Carr sets, now rolls. Crossover, foul line, underhand Carr. Carr circles, finds McCormick. McCormick drive, baseline, spin move, open up to the lane. He gets bodied up, and McCormick is going to the line to shoot two. Did a good job to get Rodriguez off his feet and then just absorbed the contact. Wasn't going to make the shot.
What a double spin move right there. Moved to his left and spun to his right. Worked that baseline. Finds himself at the foul line for a couple.
These are all important baskets. That is the 7th foul whistled against the Red Raiders here in the first half. So Leominster will shoot the bonus the rest of the way. And the first one will go. And brings Leominster a little bit closer. 26-18, 4:25 to play, second quarter. McCormick at the line. He is shooting on the student section end. Red Raiders student section to his left. Blue Devils student section to his right. Missed the second free throw. And back down floor comes Kutka Reyes.
That was Rodriguez picking up his third foul of this first half, too, for the Red Raiders.
That could become a problem, or at least a story, as Jeffries fights through the defense and gets the lay-in to go.
Not just defense, double teamed at the rim, still found a way up.
The Red Raiders have opened up a 10-point lead over their arch rival. This is Jack Dada calling out a play. He will hand it off to Justin Dada. Open three. Didn't follow, thought it was going to go. Deflected ball, Fitchburg basketball.
Yeah, two Red Raiders fighting for the ball right there.
And then a reversal, and the official says I pointed the wrong way, and it will be a Leominster basketball, 3:50 to play here in the second quarter. Good job by official Jeff Dedian on the baseline. He overruled himself. Yep. He knew he pointed the wrong way.
Talking to the player there, too. Good job all around. That's the way to handle it.
Here's Hawes. Hawes, spin, left block, tied up. It will be a held ball call. Arrow favors the blue and white.
Infamous number 21. Come on, we need a name, people. Let's give this kid some credit.
I feel like we're running a telethon trying to find a name at this moment in time.
I got an idea how I'm going to get it, and we'd only get a break in the action.
That tells you what a great night it's been. And the conversation continues over here on the benches. Both coaching staffs are now meeting with the officials. They are discussing the shot clock, I believe. It's showing 35 seconds.
Yeah, but I think there was a middle of a possession there, and Coach McCall's arguing for something less than 35 for sure.
3:42 to play in the second quarter.
I'd say maybe around 20 seconds. See what they do with it. I think they're going to hold it at 35.
They are adjusting.
Where are they going to go with it?
They will bring it down to 30 seconds, which prior to this year was the shot clock in high school basketball in Massachusetts. Hawes, long four, got it in. McCormick three, buried it.
Didn't matter how much time was on the shot clock, Todd.
If you get a good look, you deliver, and that was what McCormick did at the 3.5-minute mark here of the second. Kutka kicks, corner, Casanova. Gets it back at straight away. He thought about it from the triple threat. Now drive down the lane. Halstead with the hold. It is no basket. Foul will be on the floor before the shots.
No continuation there.
Not a rule in college or high school basketball.
No, they're not going to give him that. Although it is the fifth foul on the Blue Devils. Who they get that for? McCormick. It's his second.
Tough call. Thought Halstead had the defensive position there.
Change the foul to House. That was his first.
Interesting. Might be beneficiary. Jeffries rises up. The long two. Elijah Jeffries showing what this Red Raider offense has been doing to Leominster all night long. And Leominster, a team that prides itself on defense right now, their defense not working. Whistles come before the move for Dada on the floor. He seems to exhale and say, about time. That will be the 8th foul whistled against the Red Raiders. And Justin Dada will go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Justin solid from the line tonight. See if he can continue that. Still no timeouts, Todd. I don't know if we've ever played a half of basketball without either side taking a timeout. I mean, coaches letting them play, officials for the most part letting them play.
Dada can't hit the front end of the 1-and-1, and we've got another rebound for the Red Raiders.
Got the announcer's jinx.
Kutka right back up for 2:50 to go. Second quarter, 9-point Red Raider lead. They've got the basketball. Casanova with the nifty basketball movement here. Kutka drives foul line, whistle goes off. It will go against Leominster for the push.
Yeah, looks like they got Jack Dada on that one.
Leominster with one foul to give before halftime.
Jack's second.
So it's a spot foul. It will be on the baseline for Fitchburg. 2:40 to play, second quarter, 9-point Red Raider advantage at 30-21.
Both teams shooting the rest of the way in the first half.
The bounce inbound, Red Raiders with the giveaway. And the Leominster fans on that end try to plead their case. They're not going to get it. Oh, yes, they will.
Yeah.
They will get it. It will be a Leominster spot. It appeared initially they were giving the Red Raiders the basketball. Leominster ball. Halstead handles. 2.5 to play here in the second quarter. This is McCormick. Gave up his dribble. Long way from the action. Will find Hawes on the entry pass. Jumper in the lane, front rim, no. Battle, rebound, down for the Red Raiders. Foul on the subsequent action will go against Leominster. It'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity for the Red and Gray.
It looks like McCormick picked that one up.
2:22 to play in the second quarter. We're stuck at a 9-point Red Raider advantage. And Leominster right now, Bill Thomas, struggling all over the floor. It's an exciting game. It's end-to-end, but there has been no finish, and they're not getting the execution on the defense they need.
Well, and the reason is they're not controlling the boards after a miss. Red Raiders are getting that defensive rebound, but they're beating the Blue Devils down court most of the time, finding some easy lay-ins and working the baseline.
Front end of the 1-and-1 will not fall, and Dada's got the rebound. Up floor, McCormick. McCormick drives, and a block is signaled.
McCormick got the call that time.
Casanova.
Never got his feet planted.
It's the 9th, whistled against the Red Raiders in the first half. 2:18 to play here in the second quarter. 30-21 Fitchburg's lead, and right now a foul shooting competition has broken out.
And Casanova's first.
McCormick is at the line. That one goes. Free throws could very well be the name of the game right now for Leominster. Getting every opportunity here. They've been shooting for the better part of 4 minutes when they can draw a foul. 2 of 2 on that trip for McCormick.
In the rest of this half, they'll be shooting 2 every time they go to the line, Todd.
Final 2:13 of this first half. Cross court 5. Cutka Reyes. 2:08 to play, second quarter. The cutter, it's Ayala. Spins between 3 Blue Devils. Dada took it away. Lost out of play off of Ayala. Leominster basketball at the 2:03 mark.
Way to jump that baseline right there. Dada ready for him that time. And we're getting our first time out of the first half. And I'll be back.
Coach James McCall will spend the timeout. 30-23 is Fitchburg's lead, and Bill Thomas is on his way to go find out who's wearing jersey number 21. In the meantime, Kate Robbins is back at RFM HQ, and Kate, what have you seen from your vantage point?
Well, the statistics bear out exactly what Bill Thomas was just talking about. Right now, Fitchburg is out-rebounding Leominster 12-5 here in the first quarter. They have more turnovers than Leominster, but they've been rebounding the ever-loving crap out of the ball, to put it bluntly. Leominster right now, that means that every single time they go down floor on offense, it's essentially a single shot possession, and Fitchburg's coming down with the rebound. They're not getting multiple shot possessions, and the shots just simply aren't falling.
Kate, Bill Thomas looks like he's selling Amway products up and down here, or working for like our good
21? 21, anybody now with 21?
I couldn't get it out of the stands either, Kate.
Yeah, we continue to track. Kate, track those social media sites. We'll see if we get anybody. Thank you so much, as always. Thank you very much. Little help from you got to find the right person next to you, Bill Thomas.
Awesome.
Quentin Bryson, I'm told, is wearing jersey number 21.
So,
man of the night right here.
What was he wearing? What number?
25, according to what we were given.
We kind of figured that, but it's good to have a name.
Well, let me tell you.
Thank you.
Bryson having a phenomenal night, and we'll get, hopefully, a great second half for him. Encarnacion up floor. Deflected ball finds its way to Dada. 1:43 to play in the second. Cross court, find Dada. 7-point Fitchburg advantage. Leominster would like to cut that before the half. McCormick tried the 3, missed. Rebound, brought down in the hands of Ayala. Ayala back up floor. It's Kutka. Comes for Ayala. 1:25 to play in the second quarter. Red Raiders with the basketball. This is Casanova with the drive down the lane. Dada takes it out of the air. It will be an out-of-bounds basketball. Fitchburg will keep it, but Dada with a great play stayed right on top of Casanova to the line and just pushed it out of bounds.
Timed his jump beautifully right there, just rode his body, beat him to the spot.
Up top, the find, it's Kutka. Kutka drives, foul line, step back, jumper, back rim, no. Loose ball, rebound, brought down by Jeffries. Finger roll and around it, down it goes.
Nice job corralling that loose ball off. Deep offensive rebound there.
Red Raiders have inverted Leominster 32-23. McCormick comes cross court for Dada. Dada, corner, Halstead. Strong take into the right wing, but comes to Dada. Cross court, fine. McCormick, stutter, drive, left baseline, nowhere to go. Final 42 seconds here of this first half. Halstead, drive, float, doesn't go. Hawes sails into the picture, makes the rebound, sets up McCormick, and the long two goes.
Good job. Just as the shot clock was about to expire, too, about 5 seconds left.
Shot clock off, rest of the way to halftime. 32-25. The lead belongs to Fitchburg. And you can look at it on Kutka's face right now. He looks spent. Both sides in this first half have given everything they've got.
Looks like they're clearing the lane for him.
Final 5 seconds here. Kutka takes. Now 3. Go 2. They may not get a shot off. Kutka with a 1/10 of a second to go. The shot misses the mark. Halftime mercifully for these players on the floor. It's Fitchburg 32 and Leominster 25 as we wrap the first half, and both student sections let their respective oppositions know about it.
And what a first half that was, Todd. Everything we expected. The score's right about where, halfway to 60, but the energy is just out of control on both ends of the court.
What a first half of action we have been treated to here inside the gym tonight. 32-25 on top, Blue Devils trailing the Red Raiders here at home. It's Fitchburg 32 and Leominster 25. So much more fun to come. We're going to step aside here at the half in delay with our partners at Leominster TV and live right now on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. You stick and stay with us. We've got plenty of excitement to come. Kate's got your complete first half stat update coming up at the half. We'll preview second half action ahead. High school basketball here on RFM. Our score at the half. Fitchburg 32 and Leominster 25. A break and we're back with more. This is high school basketball right here on RFM. Halftime back here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Todd Robbins alongside Bill Thomas. Kate Robbins back at RFM HQ, and great to have you along with us. Fitchburg on top of Leominster in an end-to-end basketball matchup after one half. A 32-25 Red Raider lead, and it has been a prolific first half of offense. We welcome Kate Robbins into the broadcast from RFM HQ. And Kate, you've had the opportunity to see the action here, and I'm sure you heard our reporting. Thankfully, you just got to sit next to the right person, and they happen to recognize or see poor Bill Thomas trying to find a name, and all of a sudden, we've got a name for the unnamed, at that time, Quentin Bryson, who instead of wearing jersey 25 is wearing 21, and he had a phenomenal first half of action. Bryson all over the place. The blocks defensively, had a couple of made baskets, run the floor, be a presence inside. That's why we so desperately wanted to be able to identify him. He had a phenomenal first half of action, much like the rest of the Red Raiders, who had a really strong first half of action.
Yeah, if you take a look at the Red Raiders side of the ball, statistically speaking, they were just amazing. Offensive stat sheet bears out 13 rebounds, 1 steal, 7 turnovers. As a team, they shot 2 of 3 from the line, so that's 66%. All of those shots coming from Ayala, who right now has 8 points. Kutka with 2, Rodriguez with 3, Casanova with 2. Right now, Jeffries with a team-high 10 points. He's been lights out on the court for the entire first half. As you said, Bryson doing a nice job all over the court. But on the offensive stat sheet, he has 5 points thus far in the early going. And right now, Fitchburg has just been a quick, speedy, athletic, difficult team for the Leominster Blue Devils to be able to keep pace. The pace right now is being set by the Red Raiders, and Leominster just has not really been able to answer. We mentioned right there during the offensive stats. Right now, Fitchburg has 6 individuals on the offensive stat sheet. They have 6 contributors. Leominster right now only with 3 people contributing on the stat sheet. So team totals first, 6 rebounds. They're being out-rebounded over 2-1, 13-6 in rebounds. Right now, Fitchburg is absolutely dominating on the boards, both on the offensive and defensive end of things. Right now, the Blue Devils with 2 steals, 2 turnovers as well. They have offensive contributions from McCormick, who has 8 points. He's 3 of 4 from the line. Justin Dada has 13 points. He's 3 of 4 from the line. And Encarnacion has a made basket from the field as well. But right now, the only people really making a dent are McCormick and Dada, and they need help. They need to do what Fitchburg has been doing on offense and get more people involved. And I'm sorry, Patrick's been very loud. He's very chatty in the background tonight, everybody.
How can you blame him? He's 5 months old, and he knows Rivalry basketball is where it's at on a Friday night going into a long weekend. Kate, there were 2 players involved in this game that top mid-watch A as far as statistics go coming into tonight. That was Omar Rodriguez and Justin Dada. Rodriguez averages more than 19 points a game, according to what's been reported to the Telegram, 19.4 to be precise. Meanwhile, Dada, 19. Those 2 players have figured in heavy in the first half, keeping right on with the statistics as well.
Well, the difficulty is that Rodriguez already has 3 fouls for Fitchburg, so he only has 1 made basket from the field. It was for 3 points coming in the second quarter. So offensively, his production has not been up to par. Defensively, he's been all over the place, but he's picked up 3 fouls for his trouble.
Bill Thomas rejoins us here at the broadcast position. Kate, stay with us as well. And Billy, this first half, it has been dominated by, as Kate put it, Fitchburg dictating the tempo and dictating the physicality of this basketball.
Yeah, they have really on both ends of the court, offensively, defensively. But, Kate's spot on. Leominster's got to find some offense from somebody besides McCormick and Dada. And Fitchburg's just all over both of those guys every time they touch the ball. And I'm sure they talked about that at halftime, trying to spread it around a little bit. But, it can't be all Dada and McCormick if Leominster's going to find its way to a win.
And diversification is, of course, where you've got to have it. So I'll put it to both of you here. If you're going into the locker room and you're both coaches, certainly you can't complain about the first half performance, but Leominster certainly has got some things that they are going to have to do differently here in the second half in order to come back and come over the top. Let's take Leominster first. In order for Leominster to get themselves a win, what do they need to do? Kate, I'll give you the first crack at it.
Diversify, diversify, diversify. As Billy and I have both already said, it cannot just be 2 players putting the ball in the basket. Every single time Leominster has been victorious against Fitchburg in the last several years, they've had 6, 7, 8 contributors on the offensive stat sheet. And right now, Fitchburg's playing that game, and Leominster is playing right into their hands.
Indeed they are. Bill Thomas, for you, what's it going to take for a Leominster victory tonight?
Well, I tell you, they got to find a way to beat that swarming defense. It's every time that Leominster player touches the ball, it seems like there's two Red Raiders around him. Got to swing it quick, swing it to the weak side. Look for that second and third pass. That's where you're going to find the open shooter. But you got to get away from that swarming defense some way.
And I'll go to the other side of the coin. For a Fitchburg win, what do they have to continue to do in this basketball game? Billy, you get first crack at this one.
Well, their offensive rebounding, I think, has really been a key tonight. But they're beating the Blue Devils down the court when they get that defensive rebound, too. They got to keep doing what they're doing, attacking the basket. They're swinging the ball around great, working that baseline. I think they're finding a number of easy shots, but it's really that second, third pass, then working the baseline to the weak side. Fitchburg's doing a much better job of that tonight than Leominster is.
One of the officials just stopped by our broadcast position. That was a mechanical pencil. He said somebody aimed for him, but they missed him. So as it turns out.
Tell somebody take another shot with it.
I was going to say, you're trying to get midcourt. Kate,
last thoughts.
Officials
are doing a great job too.
Oh, indeed they are. Kate, last thoughts before we begin second half action. What does it take for a Fitchburg win?
Whenever you talk to any coach in any sport that plays against a Fitchburg high school team, they talk about just the natural athleticism of the individuals that play boys athletics for Fitchburg. They rely on that heavily. At times, that means that they lose discipline, especially right now with Rodriguez with 3 fouls. They need to maintain discipline. They need to continue the game plan that Coach McCall has put forth. It worked in the first half. Leominster's going to make adjustments. If you're Fitchburg, you got to stick with your game plan, and you need to keep your poise, which they sometimes struggle with because they rely on that athleticism and not always with the foundational basketball principles and the game plan.
Let me drop something.
Go ahead, Bill Thomas.
Fitchburg just now came out of the locker room.
So they have certainly taken their time. Not going to worry about re-warming up. The scoreboards have also gone out here inside the gym, so they are not going to be able to begin. Kate, thank you so much. We'll check back in with you later on in the third quarter. Back at RFM HQ now for us, and with Little P as well on his Rivalry basketball debut as well. Boards are back on, action back on as well. Let us begin the second half of action.
Red Raiders take her right to the hoop, no avail.
Indeed, and back down floor we come, it's Dada. Dada tries the runner, doesn't go. Haas the rebound. Haas step around, lay-in's good.
Nice job by Haas. Nothing on that initial rebound putback, but took a dribble, took a step, found an open lane.
And that's going to be the key. Just find a way at this point to the basket, and he found the open space and cut his way to the rim.
And it's nice to see somebody besides McCormick and Dada on the score sheet.
The drive, Jeffries, turnaround in the lane. Back rim, no. Rebound down for Hawes. And Leominster's got to run out in transition. 2-for-1 chance here. 7:10 to play in the third. 32-27, Fitchburg's lead. Jack Donna back running the point for Leominster. A little trouble with the handle. Handoff for McCormick. McCormick, crossover. Over the head. Reverse does not go. But Encarnacion battles for the rebound. Gets it re-queued up to McCormick, and Leominster gets another 35. And this is Bryson with the takeaway. Up floor finds Kutka. Kutka into the pack, lay-in short of the mark. Bryson crashes, wipes out everybody. The ball goes out of play, and the ball goes back to Leominster.
A lot of bodies flying around down there. Leominster with possession.
And Justin Dada brings the ball over midcourt. Dada working the left hand, drive, left block, wards off a defender, shot will not go, and Bryson's got himself another rebound. Drive, jumper, will go. It's Rodriguez, thought about the drive, stepped it out instead to his left across the foul line, and hits the free throw.
Yeah, just a long two.
2-all in the second half. Fitchburg holds the 34-27 advantage. Battle at the baseline after the missed shot. Kept alive here, and it's Kutka. Kutka up floor, tried to find Bryson, and that's out of play. Basketball will go back the other way. 6:02 to play in the third quarter. Just about 2 minutes gone by here in the third. And Bill Thomas, I feel like the gym is even more packed after halftime.
It feels like it. I tell you, the crowd out in the hallway was just nuts. I tried to get something at the snack bar, but that was 10 deep, and they're still making their way back in.
Head fake, drive, set up, Dada, triple threat, lost the handle before the shot, the loose ball to Bryson, out of play, and it's Leominster basketball, and Bryson tried to sell a different story, but he lost the handle on it. Coach Kevin Grutchfield barks out a play, looking at Carr. Carr's got the inbound. Halstead that was Jack Dada, was open. The lay-in will go, and Kevin Grutchfield runs out on the floor to spend a timeout after the make. Stops the clock, 5:39 to play in the third, 34-29. Fitchburg on top of Leominster, 5:39 to play here in the third quarter. And Bill Thomas, do you know we are at mid-season? That's all we are. We are nearing mid-season. Leominster is host Westford coming up on Tuesday. More basketball here on RFM. 6:45, we got the pre-show. 7 o'clock, we got the tip-off. Streaming on these same platforms, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch, coming up on Tuesday as Leominster plays their brand new rival, Westford Academy.
And just think, we got another one of these doubleheaders next month too, Todd.
February the 10th. Circle it on your calendar.
And I tell you, I'm expecting just as much energy then, but coming out of this into the second half, neither team left any energy in the locker room. I see why Fitchburg didn't come out. They didn't want to waste any during warm-up, but they came out of that locker room ready to play.
Both teams looked spent heading to the locker room. They do look reinvigorated here, to say the least.
Leominster not going very deep in the bench tonight, though, going mainly with the starters. Jack Dada getting a lot of court time running the point.
Coach McCall promised that his team could go as much as 10 deep. I would say right now they've run about maybe 7 or 8 deep to this point, and only for slight moments. Otherwise, it's been starters on both sides out on the floor. Couple of spells in the first half is all. Ayala from the triple threat decides to drive, take it to the baseline. Shot doesn't go. Bryson, rebound, put back, and it goes.
Good job right there, working that offensive rebound.
Red Raiders come right back with the full court pressure. This is Dada, across the timeline from right to left. And Dada with the right-hand dribble, working on Ayala. Carr's gonna set his screen. Dada the take, and Bryson with the body, and Dada slow to get up. That might be a Charlie horse. He took a knee into the thigh.
Trying to double team him before he made a move there, but didn't quite get set. That is the third foul on 21, who, Todd?
That is Quentin Bryson.
Quentin Bryson, that's it.
25 in your program, no basket, it's an offensive foul.
21 on the other side.
Ricky Encarnacion with the discard. And the offensive foul whistle comes out, no basket, clock stops, 5 flat left here in the third, 36-29, Fitchburg holds the lead.
Just of note, that was Bryson's third foul, playing with 2.
Cut, jumper in the lane, front rim, no. Ayala the rebound, loose. It's a held ball. The arrow faces the red and gray. 4:51 to play here in the third, 36-29, Fitchburg's lead. A game that Fitchburg, Bill Thomas, has led most of the way.
Except
back in the single digits, they traded baskets for a little bit.
First quarter.
Held ball again.
So that was white ball that time. Now it's going to the red and gray, Todd.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you. It was
That's
Leominster
okay.
basketball. Now back to Fitchburg. 4:48 to play here in the third.
Turnover on the inbounds.
Cosmically, they made what I said true. As Dada now makes the steal, and everybody's even. Here's Dada back for Carr. 4:40 to play. Leominster trying to break full court man defense. Carr takes it all the way to the right block. Then for Encarnacion. Encarnacion tries to find Dada. It's tapped out of play by Ayala, who steps in the passing lane, the senior.
Yeah. Looking for the cutter there by Ayala, right with Dada all the way through the lane.
4:33 to play in the third. Dada off the inbound spin. Nice entry, and the lay-in is good.
Dada not afraid to put the ball on the floor, protecting it nicely in a crowd.
Leominster gets within sniffing distance. They are within 5 at 36-31. 4:17 and counting to play here in the third quarter. Kutka watches the play develop behind McCormick covering. Rodriguez flash, steady kicks. It's Casanova. 3 doesn't go. Rebound down for Carr.
No Red Raiders there to contest that offensive rebound. They all backed off on the shot.
Dada drive, kick, Halstead. 3 off the front rim and over the backboard, out of play. 3:54 to play here in the third quarter. The important note here, Bill Thomas, is that Leominster is winning this third quarter. They are closing the gap, despite the fact that Fitchburg has scored some baskets since halftime.
Yeah, they're chipping away. Still got a lot of basketball to play.
Rodriguez with a little shoulder fake, got to the hoop around, and it falls! Count the basket, and the red and gray student section is electric!
Shake and bake right there. Taking it all the way, and one.
3:42 to play in the third quarter. 38-31 Fitchburg's lead on a great drive to the basket by Rodriguez and a chance to complete the three-point play. And that one will go.
Blue Devils not wasting any time getting it in, not letting the Red Raiders set that press up.
From 5 back to 8. Leominster got it as close as 5. They've been down as much as 10. The jumper will not go, and the rebound is down in the hands of Kutka Reyes. Back up floor, Rodriguez. 2 head fakes, the drive. Here's the drive to the lane. Bryson breaks, turnaround shot, does not go. McCormick the rebound.
Interior defense doing a good job of shutting him off, not letting him get to a spot.
Even transition, here's the drive to the lane, and Hawes with a head of steam, the finish at the rim. 6-point basketball game. Final 3 minutes of the third quarter. Rodriguez open, front rim. Hawes got the rebound back on the other end. Basket, then defensive rebound. Here comes back the other way. McCormick, open 3 look, drills the line drive.
From the bench.
And Leominster is within 3 at 39-36, closest the Blue Devils have been at any point since the first quarter of action. Here's the drive. Kutka tries the lay-in. That one won't go. Loose ball. Pinballs its way to Jeffries. Follow-up does not go. Kutka Reyes has got another rebound. Third opportunity on this trip for the Red and Gray.
Yeah, Reyes, smallest man on the court, but playing with heart. Getting the spot.
Rodriguez, the drive, right block. Huge jump back. And that long 2 will go.
What a move right there.
Kick, McCormick looking for another 3. Leominster fans queued it up. Dada the rebound, but he was standing out of bounds. 2:01 to play in the third quarter. 41-36, Fitchburg's lead. And Bill Thomas, that jump back from Rodriguez, James Brown had nothing on him. What a step back.
I tell you, he's practiced that a couple of times in the gym, and he used it to perfection right there. That's how you shake a defender.
Kutka Reyes brings that one over half court, finds Ayala, drive to the lane, Dada with the clean block. And here comes Dada with the ball in transition to the lane. He lost the handle out of play.
Dribbled it off his knees, trying to go a little too quick right there, Todd. Had a baseline cutter too.
And that's created by this Red Raider speed in transition up and down the floor. They transition from offense back to defense in a blink, regardless of what Leominster does on the defensive end of the floor.
They do, they get back quickly. Cover the lanes.
Action slowed here as we get to the final 90 seconds of the third quarter. Kutka playing catch with Jeffries. Now the bounce entry. Finds Ayala. Space. Shot off glass. No good. Rebound for McCormick. McCormick up floor. Hawes. Kick corner. Dada feeling it. 3 right side. Back rim no. Battle for the rebound. Down for Halstead. He was right on the doorstep. He kicked out. McCormick 3 from straight away. Thought he had it. That one didn't go. Encarnacion a second rebound. And he takes the lay-in. And it is good. Whistles kill the play. This has nothing to do with the shot. There is an injured Red Raider on the floor. It is Omar Rodriguez on the baseline. 58 and 2/10 seconds left here in the third. Ricky Encarnacion with 2 big rebounds on the possession and finishes at the rim on the second opportunity. But Rodriguez landed hard.
Came down on his, looks like either his left leg or possibly a groin injury, Todd. He's hobbled. But hopefully we'll see him back in the game. Being assisted to the bench.
Indeed, he is trying desperately to walk it off.
Maybe to that sensitive area, but play's going to continue here. He's going to be over on the bench. I fully expect to see him back in the game.
It's after a made basket, so the Red Raiders can run the baseline. 58 and 2/10 seconds left here in the third. There will be about a 30-second differential shot clock and game clock.
Ball handle out of the game, and the Blue Devils trying to press.
Up floor, whistles, and a foul at the free throw line. Casanova with the basketball. Got to wonder there. The discard is what's going to be called for the foul, but you got to wonder here. He may have traveled in that Euro step fashion, going from the half circle to the foul line without dribbling the basketball, but the whistle for the foul is what they pick up. Cutker Reyes with the basketball. About a 20-second differential shot clock and game clock. Swing now, Casanova for Cutker Reyes in the giveaway in the open floor. Cutker Reyes the reach in with the foul on the follow-up action.
Commits the turnover and then commits the foul, trying to get it back.
Fouls 3-2. Leominster's been whistled for one more here in the second half, but neither side should really have to worry about fouls. Been a very clean, very physical basketball game. This is Halstead with the drive. About 5 seconds, the differential shot clock and game clock. Hawes spins left block, gets the shot up with a great battle off the left block to get it to go, and brings Leominster within one for the first time since the first 5 minutes of the basketball game. Halstead trips over Jeffries in transition, no call. Shot clock off, 13 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Similar to what we saw leading into half here, just bleeding clock.
And they're going to take their time, try to get one final shot. Cutker Reyes off the contact, shot on rim twice, comes down, Encarnacion the rebound, contact, loose ball, bodies on the floor. And that is representative of the action we have enjoyed thus far. 3 quarters in the books from the gym at Leominster High School tonight. A 1-point basketball game is all that separates these two storied arch rivals. It's Fitchburg 41 and Leominster 40 through 3 quarters. The all-important fourth and final quarter of regulation is on deck live tonight. And whether you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook Live, or Twitch, get on the horn. Find your friends. Tell them this one has got plenty of exciting action to come. You want to catch the fourth and final quarter of this first of 2 meetings in 2023 of these 2 storied programs. Kate Robbins is standing by back at RFM HQ. Kate, you've got a look at the stats through 3 quarters.
I certainly do. Leominster got some other individuals involved. Right now, Justin Dada with a team-high 15 points and McCormick with 11 points for the Blue Devils. They're still the high scorers, but a few more people involved on the Blue Devils side of the ball. They were able to get rid of most of that deficit now, only down by 1. On the flip side, Rodriguez comes into the game in the third quarter, and he gets 7 third-quarter points, but the Blue Devils were able to keep Jeffries and Ayala scoreless in the third quarter.
And that's an important note, Kate. If you can keep them off the board, it makes all the difference on the final total. Thank you so much. Kate will be back with us post-game. And coming up at the conclusion of this one, by the way, just because the action ends doesn't mean that the broadcast ends. Coach Kevin Grutchfield will join us at our courtside broadcast position, get to talk a little bit about Hall of Fame induction we witnessed between games tonight. This great night, regardless of the result, we will have Coach Kevin Grutchfield courtside at the conclusion of this one. Officials repositioning themselves as we get ready to begin the fourth quarter. Final 8 minutes of regulation are on the board. Dada with the basketball and the right-hand dribble. Foul line, spin, got stuck. Turnaround shot, and it rattles down. And Leominster claims their first lead since the first quarter at 42-41 to start the fourth quarter of action.
Everything we expected and more tonight,
and
Todd.
Then some, Bill
And then
Thomas.
some.
30 seconds gone by in the fourth, and we're not done yet. In the corner, it's Rodriguez. Good to see him back in the basketball game. He'll go back top of the key. Cutker Reyes thought about the shot, went through Bryson, now to Rodriguez, and he says, I'm back, 3-pointer good. Fitchburg back on top at 44-42.
Coming back from that injury with renewed energy.
Seemingly the vim and vigor has returned. It's Halstead. Halstead for Encarnacion, swing to McCormick. McCormick looking for the entry, didn't give it to him. Instead goes Hawes in the left corner. Hawes now with the dribble. Drive and take. He got hooked, and the whistle goes off. The center official looking at the drive says that's a clothesline.
I was going to say, that looked like a wrestling move right there.
I was going to say, well, it's that or it's a leg sweep of some kind. 6:50 to play in the fourth, and there's our first "you can't do it" chant of the night. It took to the 6:50 mark of the fourth quarter. Fitchburg the 44-42 advantage.
Foul on Jeffries, that's his second. Nobody really in foul trouble on either side except, I believe, Bryson's playing with 3.
Third foul whistled against the Red Raiders. Fouls at 3 aside. Hawes gets the first one. And brings Leominster back within 1. Hawes at the line. Deliberate deep knee bend. Shot up. That one off the mark. And Bryson's got himself a rebound. Red Raiders a chance to increase their 1-point lead. Reyes, the left-hand dribble, drive down the lane, kick corner, finds Ayala. Ayala lost the handle, loose ball, rolls all the way back out to Bryson, and Halstead won the scrum. Halstead up floor, McCormick in transition. Dada fake baseline, drive foul line, now settles the half-court offense. 27 to shoot, but Dada says, I can see that 3, could not make it. And then Encarnacion with the slap on the rebound, and correct call, it was the push underneath. It wasn't what was going on with the right hand, it's what was going on with the left hand in the small of the back of the defender in front of him.
Yeah, coming up over the back there, a little too aggressive. That's Ricky's second. Team 4.
6:16 to play here in the fourth. 44-43, Fitchburg with the lead in the basketball. Red Raiders 2-3 coming into tonight. Leominster 5-3. Blue Devils coming into today were ranked 7th in the first draft of the power ratings for this season. Red Raiders were on the board as well, Bill Thomas. They were in the 20s, safely in the tournament if it started today. The drive, shot, front rim, glass, and down it goes for Casanova. Oh! That one right into the front row.
Took out a trophy. That one's going to Fitchburg.
That one's not ours. So there you go.
Tell you, we've had 3 very close calls over here.
Where's your hard hat, Bill Thomas? Bill Thomas always has a hard hat on hand.
I thought I only needed that one under the bleachers. I got to get it.
Now whistles before the inbound. It's a timeout taken by Coach Crutchfield. 5:48 to play in the fourth quarter. 46-43, it's Fitchburg's lead. Leominster spends the timeout to talk things over. Timeout here on the floor means time in for Kate Robbins. She's got the latest stats. Kate, what stands out to you on your sheet?
Right now, obviously, Rodriguez continuing to make contributions on the offensive stat sheet, but the bigger news right now in the fourth quarter, only one made basket from the field for the Blue Devils, and it was a 2-pointer by Justin Dada. They do have a free throw by Hawes, but right now Leominster needs a little bit more offensive production if they want to continue to try to go for a run here. Right now, Fitchburg with 5 fourth-quarter points.
And Kate, I think you're right on the money on that one, Bill Thomas. She says Leominster only one made basket here in the fourth quarter. They need more. It's got to happen. They cannot let the Red Raiders open this lead back up to anything halfway to double digits, and you could be out of reach at this point.
You're right, because the energy on defense that Fitchburg's displaying, I mean, they're all over every possession the Blue Devils have. They're finding a way, though, to swing the ball around, find that open shooter. Far from, we got a lot of time left here, almost 6 minutes, Todd.
5:48 to go in the fourth, 46-43 Fitchburg. Hawes with the inbound directly in front of our broadcast position. Finds Halstead. Halstead, discard defender, now up floor. Hawes, McCormick, 3, taken out of his hands, out of play. Omar Rodriguez got that ball at the top of its elevation.
Wow. Great timing right there.
Rodriguez levitated to take that one out of the air. Hawes goes over the top for Encarnacion. Little inside handoff, seen that one before. Finds Dada. Dada for Encarnacion, bouncing to the lane with authority. Hawes spins off of Kletka, missed the lay-in, tapped the rebound back out, but into the hands of Jeffries. Jeffries hits the trail, it's Kutka. Cross-court Rodriguez, steps into a 3. Front rim, got some glass, rebound down for Dada. Dada comes up floor, finds Halstead, steps on the accelerator, to the lane, does not go. Rebound down for Jeffries as the basket opens back up. And this is the debate. Do you keep playing in transition, Bill Thomas, or do you at some point have got to assure yourself of points on the possessions?
Well, if you're getting a good transition look, yeah, you got to keep your foot on the pedal, but don't force it to the basket. If it's not there, pull it out.
One possession basketball game, and Dada's got the steal. To the rim, Jeffries trailing, and the lay-in goes.
You know, Jeffries playing with 3 fouls. He knew he couldn't contest that. Smart move by Jeffries.
Back within 1. The response, Casanova, 3 does not go. Casanova into the front row.
Yeah, knocked down on the shot, looking for a foul over there. Nope, nothing doing.
Chiding the Leominster student section. Dada responds. Jumper in the lane goes. Leominster back on top at 47-46.
Glad to see Leominster not taking their foot off the gas, but looking for those good shots.
4:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Kutka with some room to the left elbow. Kick back, find Rodriguez. Rodriguez, head fake, drive, lane, steps on the brakes. Looked like he might have stepped out of bounds. Got the shot on the turnaround. The whistle goes against Encarnacion, and it's 2 shots coming at the line for Rodriguez.
Yeah, a lot going on there. I think Rodriguez got bailed out a little bit, but going to get himself a couple from the line. Right, that's Castellon's second, team 5.
Both coaches are pleading their case at the bench. John Cordio, the assistant coach, the legend who went into the Hall of Fame tonight in his 51st year coaching between Fitchburg and Leominster. First one will not go for Rodriguez. He's up pleading the case of the Blue Devils against one of his former players, James McCall from Fitchburg.
That's crazy. I tell you, the connections between these 2 schools are endless.
I use the term a woven tapestry, Bill Thomas, and it is every bit of that. Rodriguez 0 of 2 on the trip. Battle to the floor. Whistles, fouls, bodies to the floor. Officials will step in. The foul on the rebounding action goes against Fitchburg. It will be Leominster basketball.
House just all over the place. Great job right there corralling that missed foul shot.
Officials screaming out their decisions. You can't hear yourself think here inside the gym tonight. Halfway through regulations last quarter, 47-46, Leominster on top by 1. Here's Dada, the drive, got away with a little held handle there. Now McCormick, the step-in entry, finds Hawes. Hawes on Kutka, a mismatch, with the tap from Bryson. Encarnacion collides on the rebound, and that'll be Encarnacion's 3rd foul in as many minutes.
Over the top again, a little too aggressive on those offensive rebounds.
And in the first half, Bill Thomas, Ricky Encarnacion got away with a lot of that body contact. As this game has tightened up, not going to let him get away with it.
Fitchburg breaks the press rather easily right there. Leominster got to get back in a hurry.
Game hangs in the balance in a 1-point basketball game. 6th foul whistled against Leominster created this possession. Fitchburg will shoot the rest of the way. Kutka, drive, shot, won't go. Encarnacion rebound, bounce it up for McCormick, advances to Hawes. The lay-in is good. And immediately a foot, Dada steals the return. Fights McCormick. McCormick gets hacked. Woo! And Terrence McCormick is going to the line. And the Blue Devil fans are on their feet.
Dada almost in your living room right there, but I don't know how he found that cutter, like line pass, falling out of bounds. McCormick finds himself at the line.
And a timeout coming. Fitchburg spends the timeout.
Foul on Casanova. That's his 2nd team foul, number 5 for the Red Raiders.
3:13 to play in regulation. It's Leominster 49 and Fitchburg 46. Kate Robbins has got to look. I was going to say, you having fun yet? Kate, the stats, what's it looking like on your end?
Right now, things are looking crazy out here. Once again, only 2 made baskets, though, for the Red Raiders from the field. It was a 3 by Rodriguez and 2 by Casanova. Right now, Justin Dada with a team-high 6 fourth-quarter points. Right now, he has 21 total points in this game. Right now, on offense, he's taken over for the Blue Devils with contributions from Hawes as well.
All right, Kate, thank you so very much. Kate Robbins will be back with us as we continue through this one and back with us post-game for the complete statistical wrap-up of this one as well. We thank you all so very much for spending your night with us tonight. We promised you 5 entertaining hours of basketball and all the pomp and circumstance, and we have been treated to that and then some here inside the gym tonight, and we're not done yet. Whether you're joining us live on YouTube, Facebook Live, or Twitch here on RFM, or in delay with our partners at Leominster TV, this is always a treat. This has all the feels of those old rivalry basketball games, whether it was here inside this very same wooden gym at Leominster High School or the old brickyard on Academy Road at the original Fitchburg High School.
This has every bit of a college rivalry feel too, with the fans chanting, the intensity.
McCormick, first shot will not go. 3:13 to play in the fourth quarter, 49-46. Leominster's lead is 3. Can make it a 2-possession game with a follow-up make. This one will go down. A 2-possession basketball game. Leominster leads 50-46. Back and forth, Rodriguez and Kutka step the basketball up to the arc. Back and forth, now they will work the outside. Ayala in the middle of 4 Blue Devils. Pasca tap back to Ayala, got it on the rim and it's good.
What a finger roll right there. Sorry, Blue Devils playing great defense, collapsing all around them. Oh!
And they try to steal. Casanova couldn't make the pick with the token pressure. Leominster into the front court. And the 2-point lead. Dada to the line as he is fouled. He holds his head as he might have caught a finger in the eye, but Dada is going to the line to shoot.
He's getting beat up tonight, but what a give and go there. Nice bounce pass on the return. Dada finds himself shooting too.
That is the 6th foul whistled against the Red Raiders. Bonus on both sides, rest of the way. Dada at the line, shooting a mandatory 2. First one will fall.
Trying to turn this back into a 2-possession game. That was number 4 on Rodriguez, Todd.
That second one will go for Dada as well. Never in doubt. Lead is 4 for Leominster once again. 2:35 to play in the fourth. Kutka Reyes with the basketball. Foul line dish, find Ayala. Ayala among 3 Blue Devils. Dada tied him up! It's a held ball. The arrow is red and gray.
Lucky he didn't get called for a travel there. A couple extra jump steps, but tied up right there on the baseline. Nice job by Dada.
2:26 to play in the fourth quarter. 52-48. Leominster's lead. The bounce pass. It's Bryson. Circle around. Find the hands of Kutka Reyes, who dishes. A Jeffries 3 from the right corner won't go. Hawes has got the rebound.
Hawes has just been incredible on the defensive rebound tonight. Doing a good job offensively too when he gets a chance to work that block.
2:05 to play in regulation. Leominster's lead is 52-48. Off the dribble. Dada lost his feet. He recovered the basketball. Back to the top of the key. Find McCormick. McCormick calling out a play. Bounce entry.
12 to shoot.
Inside that corner as we go under 10 to shoot. Now
Hawes
8.
again.
Hawes step around. The lay-in is good.
That's his money spot tonight, Todd.
And he has made it count with a soft touch. 54-48. 97 seconds left in regulation. The kick. This is Kutka. Kutka puts the ball on the floor, working on Halstead.
Clearing it out for him.
Halstead gets beat. Makes the foul reaching back in, but Kutka can't finish the lay-in. It'll be the 7th foul against Leominster. It is in the act of shooting, and Victor Kutka Reyes will go to the line. Shooting 2.
Foul on Halstead. That's his second.
First one away. Will not go for Kutka.
Leominster student body loving it. Tell you, taking turns.
Fitchburg is shooting on the student body end. So Kutka has his classmates to his left and his arch rival to his right. Second one won't go either. Blue and white is enthused.
Big rebound right there. Big rebound.
Final minute and a quarter here in the fourth quarter. 54-48. Dot of the drive. Kick. Hawes. Lane. Space. Laying good. Chase Hawes.
Left block all night. No answer.
Owning the baseline as we go under a minute. Into the corner, it's Jeffries. Jeffries drive. Hawes bothered it. Bryson, the follow-up will go. And Coach McCall will spend the timeouts.
What action, Todd? Up and down, up and down.
53 and a tenth left here in regulation. 56-50. Leominster's advantage.
Quick reset. Both teams are shooting fouls the rest of the way. 2-possession game for Leominster. They're going to have possession.
Arrow still shows Fitchburg on a tie-up. 53 and 1/10 left here. Coming up at the conclusion of this one, Kate will have a complete recap statistically of this one.
Ty, I've lost track of what Hawes has got, but he's just both ends of the court. Quick update, Kate.
Kate, what do you got for Hawes through this point in the fourth?
Well, if we take a look at just his fourth quarter, 7 fourth quarter points all told. Second half, 11 points for the Blue Devils for Hawes. He had no points in the first half, but 11 second half points.
And as many rebounds, too, I'm guessing, on both ends of the court. What a second half he's having.
And a meaningful second half it is. Kate's
When they
gonna
needed it.
Complete recap of this game coming up post-game as we wait for head coach Kevin Grutchfield, who will join us at the conclusion of this one at our courtside broadcast position.
I'm not too sure that these MVP awards are going to be as easy as they were in the first game.
I was going to say, we've got a bit of a
tough
challenge
decision.
coming up here.
We might have to cut the trophies up.
You know what the best part is, Bill Thomas, I just realized? Athletic Director Dave Palazzi took the PA microphone. As the inbound gets deflected out of play, we have no ability to make
Let
a broad
them decide
announcement.
this one. He's got the mic. He can make the call. I wonder if he even knows that.
I doubt he does.
Well,
up floor, Dada beats the break. Down floor, lay-in, falls. Huge 2 points for Dada. Got ahead of the break. Leominster's lead is 8. Final 40 seconds of the fourth. This is Bryson, rises up 3. Side rim, no. Rebound down for Hawes.
Another one. Chase Hawes everywhere today in the second half.
And then the foul is committed. Bodies to the floor. Nice job by the red and gray to keep the piece. They jumped in to pick him up. They were just trying to give the foul, and unfortunately, bodies go flying.
Yeah, it looked like Bryson just kind of. Looks like who's coming to the line here? It looks like going to be Dada. Got run over. He'll be shooting 1-on-1.
Indeed. That was the 7th foul whistled against the Red Raiders.
Trying to turn this into a 3-possession game here with a half a minute left to play.
Hey, and a credit, by the way, to this officiating crew, an experienced veteran crew from Board 44 here in North Central Mass tonight, and they have done an absolutely amazing job managing the emotions, the physicality, the excitement of an arch-rival basketball game. They have done a phenomenal job.
Not only managing the game, managing the crowd on top of it.
Dada goes 2 of 2 on the trip. Leominster's lead is 10 at 60-50.
I don't know where this 10-point lead came from, but there it is.
Here's the battle. Kickback shot clock is off. 10 points in 18 seconds. Rodriguez says, I need a 3. Couldn't get it. Hawes has got the rebound. Foul immediately given.
His 20th rebound tonight.
Seemingly. Most of them here in the second half. 13 and 3/10 left here in the fourth. 60-50. Leominster on top of Fitchburg.
And Todd, now you're in possession of the microphone again.
And I saw just a moment ago when we were looking at that end of the floor, A.D. Palazzi realized what was going on.
They must have heard us.
I was going to say, somebody may have sent a text message downstairs.
That's so funny.
We have no ability, none whatsoever. Now we do.
Chase Hawes.
Problem solved. Hawes at the line. That one will go.
I tell you, finishing off a great second half. Second half of his varsity career, I'm going to guess.
61-50. That one does not go for Hawes. 12 points on the night for Chase Hawes, all in the second half.
About the only thing that hasn't gone right for him.
Kutka, corner Ayala three. That one's not going to go. Collision, ball out of play.
A couple of Blue Devils fighting over it, but 2.6 seconds, not going to matter.
11-point lead for Leominster at this stage in a game that they trailed by as many as 10 in the second half. The inbound, Rodriguez misses the three. Time expires.
Wow.
And the blue and white celebrate on home floor tonight. It's Leominster 61 and Fitchburg 50.
Unbelievable game. One of the best games I've ever had the pleasure to watch and broadcast. And I sure hope everybody at home that were listening and watching enjoyed as much as we did. Next time, be here.
No question about it. Kate Robbins, we're going to bring you into the broadcast here because we're going to make a decision on these MVPs and quickly. So, Kate, who's your MVP vote for both teams?
All right, so I sent you the statistics. Dada is going to be your MVP for Leominster. He had a team-high 27 points. You have 4 to choose from for Fitchburg. Rodriguez had 13 points. Jeffries and Ayala had 10, and Bryson had 9. I think probably Rodriguez for Fitchburg, but definitely Dada for Leominster. Team-high 27 for Dada.
Dada and Rodriguez sounds good to us out here at the court side. A.D. Palazzi has said we'll
take this from
hand those trophies
Pandemonium.
And send them all to the exit as fans head out. You can see on our live angle just what a zoo it is here inside the gym.
They weren't going to hold them back
now.
like the first game to make an announcement, but I think the players know who's well-deserving tonight, and the fans too.
Kate Robbins will be back with us coming up post-game, but this one has gone final here inside the gym at Leominster High School. The first meeting of the 2023 calendar year between Leominster and Fitchburg goes the way of Leominster. Blue Devils 61, Red Raiders 50. Red Raiders will fall to 2-4 here about midway through the season. Leominster improves to 6-3, and an important 6-3 it is right now. We're going to recap it all. Coach Kevin Crutchfield joins us at our courtside broadcast position when the chaos sorts itself out. All that as we continue. For those of you joining us in delay with our partners at Leominster TV, thank you so very much for spending the night with us. Bradley Bedard, great job tonight bringing you the pictures here inside the gym. 61-50, Leominster tops Fitchburg. For Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, Bradley Bedard, I am Todd Robbins, saying so long to those of you joining us on Leominster TV in delay. For those of you continuing along with us live here tonight on Friday, January the 13th, Coach Kevin Crutchfield comes your way next, as well as a complete recap statistically with Kate and a preview of upcoming action. You're watching high school basketball right here on RFM. Back inside the gym at Leominster High School, 61-50. Game 2 of the doubleheader goes the way of Leominster. Leominster works a girls and boys sweep here on the first meeting between the arch rivals on the basketball court in 2023, winning the girls game easily earlier tonight, and then a 61-50 win for Leominster in comeback fashion in game number 2. Leominster head coach Kevin Grutchfield will join us in our courtside broadcast position coming up in as many minutes, but whilst we wait for him to work his way down from the locker room after talking to the team, Kate Robbins is standing by back at RFM HQ. And Kate, you've got to look at statistically what has been probably easily one of the best games we've seen all year. It rivals right up against that St. John's game from opening night.
You absolutely have that right, and I do think I have a couple of areas that Leominster was able to take advantage of in the second half that end up being your difference maker. They're able to overcome that 7-point deficit at the half. So if we take a look at the Red Raiders side of the ball, first team totals 26 rebounds, 2 steals, 17 turnovers. They shot 3 of 8 from the free throw line. Individual statistics on the night: Ayala ends his night with 10, Kutka with 2, Rodriguez with 13, Casanova with 4, Jeffries with 10, Bryson with 9. Now for the Leominster Blue Devils side of things, as a team, 23 rebounds. They had 17 second half rebounds as opposed to 6 first half rebounds. So I think that that's first and foremost an area in which their production on the boards in the second half was much improved from the first half, particularly on the offensive end of the ball. They had 6 steals in the game and only 9 turnovers. Not a lot of turnovers for the Blue Devils in this one. Here's another area where they were able to pick up quite a few points. As a team, they were 13 of 18 from the line. Justin Dada by himself was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Take a look at other individual contributions by Blue Devils on offense. McCormick ends his night with 12. Jack Dada with 2. Justin Dada, a team-high 27 points, and once again, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Encarnacion ends his night with 2. And Haas ends his night with 12, but all of those 12 points coming in the second quarter of play. He was an absolute machine, both rebounding and that spin move on the left side to get the bunny. 12 points for him on the evening as well. But that 13 of 18 from the free throw line as a team, and being able to make great strides in their rebounding, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. 23 rebounds, 17 of those 23 were second half rebounds for the Blue Devils, and that's your difference maker, Todd.
Kate, there's no doubt about it. The difference being that second half of action, and Hawes is certainly going to be the guy you're going to double underline, but he was there to back up the leader. Justin Dada had a phenomenal night. He led, he took command for the program, but he can't do it by himself. McCormick chipping in there, and then you had a little bit spreading out, and Hawes coming on in the second half. The point total cannot be undervalued, nor can the play, both defensively and offensively, hitting the boards and getting those opportunities over and over and over again. It will be the story going into the next time these two teams meet on February the 10th. Great job as always.
You're absolutely right about that. The thing to also remember, Justin Dada is going to get his points. He's not always going to get 27 points, but he's likely going to be double digits every single night. But as you said, if he gets double teamed or triple teamed, somebody's got to be open for the Blue Devils, and that means somebody else needs to also be contributing. Because if Leominster's going to be successful, particularly when they're going up against Eastern Mass juggernauts, you're going to need multiple people in double digits on that offensive stat sheet. It can't just be Dada. Tonight it was Dada, McCormick, and Hawes all in double digits for the Blue Devils, and that's the difference maker. That's what puts them over the top. It wasn't going to be possible with just McCormick and Dada. They needed that third contributor, and against bigger and better teams, they're going to need 3, 4, 5 contributors in double digits in order to get the amount of offensive production that they're going to need. But again, defense was awesome. Rebound, action, much improved in the second half. It'll be interesting to see what the discussion was in the locker room at halftime to make that transition, get more offensive production and better production on the boards.
And that is certainly what they were able to achieve. in the second half. And the speed, Leominster certainly, I mean, we talk about what did Fitchburg do well in this basketball game. That speed in transition, offense to defense, back and forth, certainly made all the difference in the world. Kate, we've got a special to us here at courtside. We'll bring you back in a matter of moments. Fitchburg head coach James McCall is making his way to our courtside broadcast position. So stand by, Kate, for that. And here is Fitchburg head coach James McCall joining us post-game on this one. And Coach, thank you so much for making the opportunity, making the time to come over here and talk to us.
No problem.
A 61-50 Leominster victory here tonight. But it was a game that your team, you told me before the game, we love to play fast. We play fast on the offensive end. We play fast on the defensive end. And it felt like you kept Leominster bottled up a lot in that transition. As fast as maybe you'd get on the offensive end, make, miss, whatever happened, you were back on the defensive end of the floor and really clogged up a lot of the movement up and down the floor. This was an end-to-end basketball game.
Yeah, it was very intense. We tried to match their physicality. They played very physical, and we tried to match it. We matched it for, say, 3 quarters. And with what I told you earlier, we have to start playing 4 quarters. We do a great job, 3, 3.5, you know what I mean? But we got to play all 4. I think we went the last 4 minutes without scoring a bucket. That's happened to us a couple times this year. So until we start playing 4 quarters, especially against very, very good teams like a Leominster team, we're going to have this outcome.
Certainly, and you've got to be pleased as you look at things across the board. You've got to be pleased with how your team played for that first half, certainly into the second half, and then it's just, like you said, down the stretch. But the diversified nature of scoring has got to be something that obviously, as you're looking at it, it wasn't like you relied on one player to carry the water all night long.
Right.
You had contributions all over the board. Your 5 starters, you told me you were going to go 10 deep. You came really close. I didn't have the exact tally. 7 or 8, I think, was kind of my guess as to where you got to tonight. But certainly, to be able to get those contributions, they were meaningful minutes. They were meaningful contributions. Quentin Bryson, great first half of action. Both, with the blocks, the rebounds, the points off of, the turnovers. Just great, diverse scoring, great, diverse playing. You're not having to rely on any just one player on a given night.
Right, and that's what we try not to do. You know what I mean? Because once a team realizes that you only have one player, it's easy to defend. You know what I mean? Leominster had a lot of guys step up, on the defensive end. So they just matched. Like I said, we tried to match their physicality. We did it for 3.5 quarters. And, like I said, we just got to do it for 4. Once we get that and once that click kicks into them, I think we're going to be a decent team. We're still early in the season, so we're not counting us out yet. They have to come to us again, and it's going to be a tough game.
If the playoffs had started today, you were well within the top 32 in the division, so certainly wasn't anything today you would worry about. But as you look between now and February 10th. You got a lot of important basketball in that window.
We do.
Where do you go from here, working your way in that general direction?
Well, we just get back into the gym and try to get better as a team. That's all we can do. Just get into the gym and get better as a team. Realize what worked and didn't work today, and change.
I'll ask you one more question.
Yes,
we
sir.
had that huge presentation tonight. I mean, really a celebration of North Central Mass basketball that went on between games. And, of course, Zach McCall gets the call to the Hall in the New England Basketball Hall of Fame on a night you get to be here and be a part of that. Talk about that moment.
Oh, it's a phenomenal moment. He's my big brother. He's somebody that I've looked up to my whole life. I still look up to him. I'm 47 years old. You know what I mean? I used to get mad when people call me Little Zach. They still call me Little Zach. And now it doesn't bother me anymore because I'm proud of being a McCall. I'm proud of him being my big brother. He's taught me a lot as a coach, as a player, as a man. And I just take that with me. And, to see him receive that honor and well-deserved honor. He's one of the best basketball players from this area. You know what I mean? So for him to receive that honor and me be present during a game that I'm coaching, it was just great.
And for your Red Raider team to get to see that, that's aspirational.
Absolutely. I tell him all the time. I say, this man played Division I in not 1 but 2 sports. You know what I mean? That's tough.
Absolutely.
That's tough. You got to be a stud to do that. You know what I mean? If you look at him, he's not 6'7". He's not 280 pounds. You know what I mean? He was 6'2", 210 pounds, but he played like he was 7 feet, 320.
You make advantage and take advantage of what you have, right? You play with the tools you got to give them to you.
Yeah.
Coach McCall, pleasure. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you,
We will
Todd.
see you on February 10th for another exciting matchup.
Thank
Out
you,
at
sir.
your gym as well. Huge night. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
All right, brother.
Fitchburg head
Thank
coach
you.
James McCall joining us at our courtside broadcast position. Leominster head coach Kevin Crutchfield standing by. Kate, you are still there with us as well. Kate, you got to hear James McCall. I mean, what a night. What a celebration of basketball. And of course, all part of this. This is why it is so important to have this doubleheader on the schedule twice a year and to play both varsity games in the same location twice a year.
You're absolutely right about that. And what I loved about what Coach McCall said, they take and they make realistic expectations. He knows that his team is going up against the physicality and talent that Leominster has. But on Coach McCall's side, they have the natural athletes. There is nobody that has better natural athletes right now in some boys sports than Fitchburg. It's about being able to put 4 full quarters together, keeping their poise, taking care of the game plan. And like you said, they've got the pieces. They were able to diversify. They just need to put the whole thing together. And if they are able to, they're going to click. We talked about in the beginning, the first 2 quarters of play, Fitchburg was the one that set the tempo.
Indeed.
It's not as if that Leominster kind of like a juggernaut in comparison, because they're not a juggernaut in comparison. But Fitchburg came out in Leominster's home court in that gymnasium, and they set the tempo 2 full quarters.
And another exciting matchup to come. Kate, as always, great work. Patrick, great work as well on your first Rivalry broadcast. And it's time for those 3 Bs, book, bottle, and bed. I'll see you both at home in a little while.
You got it, Dad.
Post-game here on RFM. Great to have you along with us. 61-50. Leominster tops Fitchburg in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Bill Thomas is with me. Coach Kevin Crutchfield standing by in a moment. And Bill Thomas, get your opportunity here to just chip in a little bit. Well, hang on. Coach Crutchfield joining us in that general direction as well. And here he comes over to our courtside broadcast position. Absolutely. I mean, I would never cut in on Mike Pellin or Kim Avery. That's not going to happen. That is... good friends all around for all of us. I would never cut in. Here's Coach Kevin Crutchfield joining us now. And Coach, 61-50. First half of action probably didn't go the way you wanted it. Team didn't play terribly, but it just didn't go the way you would have wanted it to develop. You go into the locker room at halftime, you're down. What do you say to the team coming out for the second half?
Well, I said before the game, we've got to start putting 2 complete halves together, which we haven't done all season. And then we kind of laid an egg a little bit. A lot of pressure on these guys and a tough crowd. So we didn't play well, we didn't execute, and so I kind of called them out a little bit. And I just said, hey, Dada, this is your last game here. You're never going to play Fitchburg here again. Is this the way you want to go out? Chase, we need more from you. We need you to score for us. We need you to play better defense. Ricky, why is Omar getting the ball? Why is Omar scoring all these points? So it's like this is a great team. It's a great group, but they test me and they make me cranky because I have to continually call them out, which is what I did at halftime, and they certainly responded, especially in that fourth quarter.
The Fitchburg speed in the first half really seemed to dictate the tempo of the game. In particular, what stood out to me was the fact that regardless of what the result was when they were on offense, whether they made the basket, you guys made a good play or what have you, it was their quick transition where they would clog everything up on their way back down the floor. The speed with which they went from front court to back court and vice versa was impressive and seemed like it was a challenge in the first half.
Oh, it was a challenge. I mean, that group is good. That's a good team. They're athletic, they're strong, they're fast, and they're quicker than us. So we tried to outquick them early, and we realized we couldn't do it. So we sort of had to go into our slow them down gear, which is why you saw the 2-2-1 back to the zone, and it worked and it wore them down. And I think our strength is our conditioning. I mean, we're running hard every day in practice, so we can kind of try to beat these teams in the fourth quarter like we did tonight.
And this certainly was a team win in the second half. First half, it was a lot of Dada, it was a lot of McCormick, not a lot of diversification on the score sheet. Second half, all of a sudden, people start getting hot, get a contribution here, there. Dada continues to lead the way, but make no mistake about it, the contributions of Chase House, I believe, was 13 points in the second half. Huge 13 points to go with the rebounds and the defensive play as well.
Absolutely, and he's a great kid. He works super hard. We got to get him more consistent. I think tonight was great for his confidence. And who else stepped up big time is Michael Halstead. He's been slowly getting back from the soccer season, and tonight was like his first real old Michael Halstead game. He really played good defense. He was smart. He took care of the ball. His shot's going to start to fall, and he's going to be a good weapon for us.
We talk a lot about how things have changed over the years athletically.
Yep.
It's not the same as the way it used to be.
Right.
Nights like tonight in this old wooden gym, not the same as it used to be, would not be how I would describe the night. It was so loud in here, you couldn't hear anything that was going on the floor. I mean, this is the kind of environment, this is what makes athletics special.
Yeah, I don't remember starting lineups where the gym was that loud. I turned to my assistants, I said, we're not going to be able to communicate at all because this place is just too loud, It was electric, and I'm glad that, both teams played well, and both crowds were well behaved, and it was a great high school basketball game. It really was. It always is.
Let's talk a little bit about what went on between games. A great celebration of North Worcester County basketball to have 17 players over 3 classes as part of that class of 2023 players, coaches, legends. I mean, it just, that list, and hearing the people and seeing the people that were involved that were still able to be here, tonight, just a phenomenal night. And of course, I got the list ahead of time, and I see Doug Grudgefield on the list, and I went, Coach Cordio, hang on a second. He's not in the Hall of Fame already. We're just getting to that in 2023. He goes, no, it's a different category.
Yeah.
Going in as a legend tonight. Great night, obviously here. Your gym, he's here. He meant a lot to the Fitchburg program and a lot to this rivalry as an athletic director as well. For that to be celebrated here tonight, his grandkids here as well.
Yeah.
Tell me what all of that meant.
Yeah, it's a testament to Coach Cordio as well.
Oh, absolutely. 51 years with Grudgefield.
51 years, and he was very close to my dad. Best friends for 30, 40 years, and so the fact that he could have a night like this, and he loves the rivalry, and he loves the intensity of the game, and so I'm happy for him. I know he worked really hard, and you guys worked really hard on tonight. And my dad would have loved it. I mean, the question is, who would he root for in this situation? I think he'd root for me, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it was a special night, and it's always nice to keep his memory alive.
No question about that. The 51-year thing with Coach Cordio is incredible. I don't know that either of us will see 51 years involved in interscholastic athletics, but it just speaks so much to there's a generation of people that I hope we can pass the torch from them and on to continue that, because 51 years of commitment to interscholastic athletics doesn't happen often anymore.
Yeah, and you gotta have a thick skin, and you gotta work for good people like I do. I work, Coach Palazzi's great to work for, and our administration, and that was the strength that my dad had at Fitchburg. Is he had very good administration, and he got along with everybody, and that helps you do your job well. That's the key. So we just take it one game at a time. We don't worry about 51 years.
Nope. Just the next game up, and that next game up is Tuesday against Westford. You get a long weekend. I guess there's your gift.
Right.
And then it's Westford here inside the gym and out of the frying pan and into the fire once again, bringing in a new opponent for a new rivalry and some more exciting basketball.
Absolutely, and they're well coached, and they play hard, and they're fundamentally sound. It's going to be a battle. Every game's a battle. Our schedule is tough, but that's why we can pull games like this out tonight, because we're playing such a tough schedule. I just want to say hi to the fans.
Absolutely.
My wife Katie and the kids Jack and Kate. You guys, I'll be home in a little bit.
Indeed. I'm going to get you on their way right now.
All
Leominster head coach Kevin Grudgefield after a 61-50 victory here tonight. Coach, we'll see you again on Tuesday night.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. More to come. High school basketball right here on RFM. 61-50, the final score in this one. Leominster with that big comeback second half performance to down their arch rival, Red Raiders. Coming up, action ahead, so much more fun to come next week. Cannot tell you how much more we have got planned for you here inside the gym at Leominster High School. So many ways to watch action ahead: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and obviously on Twitter at Media Rivalry. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Whenever the action goes live, you can have that at your smart enabled device. Where does the action go? It's next Tuesday night. That's where we go ahead. Hang on, I'll find the right graphic. Stand by with me. Job galore here. All right, here we go. Got it. Here's the action ahead. Tuesday, Westford Academy. That's January the 17th, 6:45 our pre-show. 7 o'clock, we are on the air here on RFM, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. We thank you so very much for spending the last 5 hours with us here on RFM. For Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and the entire RFM family, thank you for being a part of our family over the last couple of hours. And until Tuesday night, we say, so long, everybody.